So, in doing the reindeer, I'm just going to review how we draw. At about where the half is, I'm going to lightly sketch a circle. Sometimes if you just go in and try to draw a circle by itself, it's hard, but if you lightly with your pencil, and I am using a crayon so it's easier to see, you can get your circle that you want. And my circle is right about at the half because I do want to have room for my ears and my antlers. On this part, the reindeer's looking over his shoulder, so I'm going to make like the letter U or a rainbow. When I'm done with that shape, that's when I trace around it and I get my reindeer. You don't want a sharp corner right there. About here at the back of his head, his neck comes down. Then again, for the front of his neck, it comes out like that. This part is going to be like where his stomach is, where it's a little bit lighter color. Then yes, I'm going to draw my ears kind of up to a point. For the antler, what might be the easiest thing to do is do stick antlers, kind of like when you do a bubble letter. Then I'm going to come around it. Now I have my antlers. We won't worry about, you can kind of in general think about where you want to have your eye. So, once I have gotten to that point, you are ready to start painting. And I gave you that inspirational image that we are using. So here's the inspiration we are using for our reindeer. Oops, I'm sorry. The neck part would be here because he's kind of twisting his, that part's going to be our white part. We are not going to use water because we are using tempera paint. We want to keep it dry. We don't want it to get really watery. So you are going to need to use a paper towel in between. So the inside part of his stomach is going to be a little bit lighter. So I'm going to start there with white. As your paint dries, it might get to be a little see-through, so you might need to do 2 coats. I'm going to do his ears as well. Then I'm going to come in with the gray. And I think it's nice to kind of have my inspirational painting right here that we're looking at. It's okay if it's a little rough on the edges because it looks like fur. And if I'm looking at my inspirational image that I want to see, you notice I'm just going to get a little bit of black on my brush because it's a little bit darker on the back side, and while my paint is still wet, I can blend all that in together. It's a great thing about painting is we want it to all blend together. Same with the back. Around his eye, it's lighter. A little bit lighter fur going on around the eye, so I'm coming in with my white. It's a little bit of white that I can make it look like some fur lines. Again, just a little bit of black and some brush strokes to make it look more like fur.
Any first graders needing picture reading?
I'm going to outline my ear. And again, I'm going to add just a little bit. We're just blending our colors. Working on blending our colors. My antlers. If you guys need to get a smaller brush, that's fine. But I'm going to use a little bit of black in there. And again, the part of what we're really working on is blending those colors. And that's really all you need to worry about today. You can go back and do your nose. I'd probably get a smaller paintbrush to do your nose and your eye. Or probably a clean paintbrush. Obviously, I think if I need to clean my paintbrush, I'm going to give it a little bit of a hug. And again, you might want to get a clean paintbrush to make it dark. I'm going to just go back. Again, with a smaller paintbrush, you can add some of the fur lines. Maybe I'll add a few fur lines down here with just a little bit of black. And there you go.